Hey everybody, this is Ashkan from the Hired.ai. In this video, I'm going to show you how we build our AI assistants in the platform called VAPI AI. In case you're not familiar with us, we own a community on the platform called School. We will teach you in there how to build your own AI system within your business or your company that books you more than 15 sales calls per day, only within 8 days of learning. We have generated over 2,000 qualified calls for our customers purely using AI. And we have also helped them make over $5 million across different industries, including solar energies, real estate, insurance companies, vending machine companies, and more and more. So if you ever think of getting help with your AI agents, we are here to help. We offer 24/7 supports through our AI experts. We have Q&A sessions weekly that you can get your questions answered with our AI experts. We also have a classroom full of content that you can use to get used with these AI systems, and we also support you with our ready-to-use templates that helps you jumpstart your AI journey. So let's cut this out and jump right into the video. So here we are in VAPI AI. Here it is our dashboard. I've just created a new assistant over here that we are going to use it as a demonstration for this video today. As you can see, everything is empty. The system prompt, the first message, everything is set to default. It's voice, the functions, advanced part, and also analysis, as we have it right here. Okay, first thing first, let me give you a quick explanation of all of the parts in VAPI. So here we have the model, or the LLM, large language model, which we call it, and the short term is LLM. Here you choose actually the brain of your assistant. As you can see, it also has an icon of a brain. So in this case, you choose your LLM model, which in our case we usually use OpenAI. You can use among different kind of providers, which could be Anthropic, Anyscale, Perplexity AI, VAPI's AI itself. We have a lot of AIs over here, Google or Infection AI, whatever you think of. Google, for example, is Gemini, the models for it. So in this case, we're using OpenAI, and we usually use the GPT-4o mini cluster because it has near the same performance as the GPT-4o cluster, but exactly half of the price. So it's the fastest and the cheapest, as it mentioned here, as you can see. So here we choose our model for the GPT-4o mini. In this part, it's called knowledge base. You can basically choose a lot of PDF files or documents that you can add to the knowledge base of the assistant that you're going to train. So in case, let's assume that you have a document which has the pricing list for your business or whatever you have, whatever you own. It has a pricing list for what you sell. So you don't want to. It's really a large amount of items that you sell, and you don't want to insert them all in the system prompt. So you provide your model with a knowledge base as a document. In case it could be a PDF or a readable document. So here are the other settings actually. The max tokens which you can set is basically how many tokens your assistant can use through your API key to spend on your actually provider, in this case OpenAI. And we have another feature called detect emotions, which it's self-explanatory. By turning it on, you will let the assistant to detect the client's emotions while on the phone. It's a kind of experimental feature. It's not going to work as well as you want, but it works sometimes. You can just try it out yourself. We usually don't use it. because it sometimes faces issues and problems. So for the next part, here we have the, oh, I actually missed this part. Yeah, let me just explain these two. So the first message again is self-explanatory. It's the exact first message. For example, as soon as you pick up the phone, that's going to be the thing that the AI is going to tell you on the phone. And here is the system prompt, which you prompt the AI and you train it on how you want, and you basically tell him to act accordingly. So we are done with this model part. If you want me, I can maybe give you a quick explanation on these two bars, which this one is again, all of them are basically self-explanatory. You can see this is the cost per minute. So each minute goes, you're going to, for example, spend $9 out of $100. So and here is the latency. Here in this case we have 750 milliseconds of delay between the production of the message and the AI actually sending the message through the phone call or talking it. Yeah, it's just basic stuff, self-explanatory here. Here's our assistant ID. Here's our assistant ID, which we're going to use in automation scenarios, which we have discussed in our other videos. So let's get to the next part, which would be the transcriber. The transcriber is the section that allows you to configure the transcription setting for the assistant. Here you basically select your provider, which could be DeepGram, Transcriber, Gladia, Assembly AI, and Azure, which it's for Microsoft actually. So you can also select your language. There are different languages supported by different providers, and also you can select your specific model through your provider. So in this case, we mostly use DeepGram, and our model is the latest one, actually, Nova 2. So that's it again for this part. You also, it actually has another part also. It's called background denoising enabled. Again, nothing to be worried about. It's all self-explanatory. It filters background noise while the user is talking. So what it does is actually, you see sometimes that the person on the phone, maybe it's not one person. So maybe you have people on the phone. Maybe you have two guys or three guys or whatever. So you only want to transcribe the conversation between the only guy on the phone and your AI assistant. So this helps the transcriber model to only transcribe only the conversation between these two. And again, that's it for this part. Here's the voice part, which is kind of one of the important parts. Here you can choose your provider for your voice model. We mostly use PlayHT and 11 Labs, which in this case I'm going to use 11 Labs. And here I'm going to select one of these voice models. Okay, so maybe let's put that aside and I will select it later on during the video. Here you can here you can trigger this, and you can just enter your voice ID of your voice model, which you have already found in 11 Labs website. Also, here's the model you can select as soon as you, for example, select a voice model. You can also select your 11 Labs engine, which in this case here all of them has their description that describes what they do. Okay, let's put that aside again. We'll do that for the next part. Here you have the background sound, which you have an option for office background sound, default, or having it turned off. So the office background sound would be like when your AI assistant is on the call, there would be office background noise on the call. So the person on the call with your AI would suppose that it's a real assistant and it's in a real office. The input minimum character, it's again nothing to be worried about. You can just you can just stop touching these and uh, let it be. The punctuation boundaries are uh, actually the part that you teach the AI or tell the AI that what to do on, for example, period, or maybe where is it, the the question mark or whatever. There are other things that you can just tell the AI to understand while talking. For example, when you uh, put a period on at the end of a sentence, so the AI knows that it needs to max and then keep going with the other sentences. The filler injection is a feature that lets your AI to actually act more humanoid, if you know what I mean. Basically, you see me struggling when I sometimes speaking, as when I'm struggling, I go like or whatever language you can call that. So that's called the filler injection. When you turn it on, your AI is going to act like that. The back channeling is again has its own description. When listening to the client on the phone, it's going to sometimes agree, or yeah, it goes like yeah, you're correct, or blah blah blah, something like this. So here you can also customize how fast, how stable, uh, also how exaggerated or whatever your AI should speak. Which in this case, this is exactly the settings that we use. No need to change these. I'm thinking that it's the default settings also. Again, on these two parts, it's just up to you if you want to add them to your model. But most of the time, like it's 50-50 actually. We sometimes turn this filler injection enabled, sometimes we have it disabled. So for the next part, we have functions, which in this case, let me first of all tell you that, what is this? It's just telling me errors so many times. Let me just choose a model. So it's not showing me an error. Let's just choose this one. Okay, great. So let's publish it also, so it's not showing me errors again. Okay, here we are. Back to the functions part. First of all, let me explain to you this custom function is nothing to be worried about. I'll explain it later to you. Just to let you know, for now, it's exactly the same as the tools section, which the tools is a newer part which VAPI added later on. So in this case, the custom functions are useless because they're replaced by tools. So here we have the enable end call function. When you enable this option, you actually give your assistant the ability to end the call on its side. So instead of having the customer end the phone call, you can have your personal AI to end the phone call, and you can also give him an end call phrase, which when is used, the call is triggered to end. For example, you can set it at goodbye, and if you see it, I think the default is goodbye, I'm not sure. So when you have it turned on, and when, for example, your LLM, your provider, is going to generate a word goodbye, and then your voice model is going to speak it, it's going to say goodbye, then the call is going to end afterwards. Here are the other parts. These are actually no need to really know about actually. This is the dial keypad as it's said in here. This sets whether the assistant can dial digits on the keypad, which we don't use these and they are not really needed to know about. It's going to confuse you. So here is the tools. You can select the tools that you have created to give it to the AI assistant that you have created, so the AI can use them actually. Here is the advanced part. For the first part of the advanced part, we have this HIPAA compliance, which you need to have it turned off in case you have a confidential data or whatever that you don't want to go public, or you're scared of data breach or whatever this on your side, you can turn this on. So as you can see, when this is enabled, no logs, recordings, or transcriptions will be stored. It's just nothing to be again worried about. We always have it turned off. The audio recording, which is turned on by default, helps you record the actual audio of the conversation going between the AI and the customer. So in this case, you always have it turned on because we want to analyze what was going on throughout the call. So in this case, for our further customers, we can actually create a more stable and usable and actually useful assistant. That's it. And the video recording is basically recording a video throughout a web call, which is really not needed. Useless stuff here. So here we have two different parts. Here's the start speaking plan. Here is our stop speaking plan. This part explains or actually gives the AI boundaries for when to start talking again, or maybe for the first time. So in this case, you can actually yourself, you can read all of these three. After VAPI adding this new feature of smart endpointing, which enables for more accurate speech and endpoint detection, we just have this turned on, so we are not going to mess with these settings. But these are not something that simply that complicated actually. So you can just read them yourself and customize it as you want. But most of the time, in most of our cases, we have this smart endpointing enabled. And also the wait seconds is exactly the same thing that we want. It's on 0.4 seconds. So this is how long the assistant is going to wait before speaking. So let's assume that I'm speaking like here, that I'm just talking to you guys and then I stop. So as soon as 0.4 seconds is gone, the AI will again start speaking. So here's the stop speaking plan, which again we have it by default. It's the I'm thinking that this is the settings that we use, but I think that most of the time we use this on 3 words or sometimes on 2. Let's in this case put it on 2 words. I can just quickly show you on one of our previously created assistants. So we are giving you exact information. Yeah, correct. Okay, so this one is on 0.1 seconds. Actually, I was mistakenly put it on 4. And also this is on 2, this is on 0.1. Here we have all of them. Okay, let's get back into it. So advanced section, we have this on 0.1. We have this on 0.1 again, or 2 it was, I don't know. It was actually 1, I think. Let me check again. Nothing to be ashamed of while you have a bad memory, like me. This was actually in this order, right? Oh God, help me with that memory. 211, okay. Here we have it, 30 seconds, and here we go. Okay, let's get back into it. And here is the stop speaking plan, which these are the number of words that the customer needs to say before the assistant stops talking. So why we put it on 2? Because let's assume that your the client on the phone is acting like, okay, let's say the AI says something, and in the middle of the conversation, the client is going to say, yes, I agree. And, okay, the AI assistant shouldn't actually stop. It should actually keep going with the conversation. So we, for example, put it on 2 words, so the AI is not going to stop when it hears just a random 2 word throughout the conversation. Here is the voice seconds. Again, the description is saying what it does. This is the seconds the customer has to speak before the assistant stops talking. It's exactly the same thing as this part of the setting, but in terms of words, actually in terms of seconds. This one was in terms of words, this one is in terms of seconds. The back of seconds, this is the seconds to wait before the assistant will start talking again after being interrupted. Again, the same thing I explained to you guys like 10 seconds ago. So the call timeout settings is when you don't want to actually hold empty calls in your recordings or whatever you can think about it. You don't want to actually uh, pay the calls that are just empty and no one is talking throughout the call. So we, in this case, we put it on 30 seconds. So if there is no conversation made in the call within 30 seconds, the call is going to actually end itself. So it's not going to pay more, actually cost more. So the maximum duration of the call again is 1800 seconds, which then is 30 minutes, if I'm correct. Yes, 30 minutes. So this is, yeah, again, self-explanatory. Maximum number of the seconds the call will last. Here, the messaging is actually server messaging. Here is the server URL, which in this case you can paste your the server that you want to send the outcome of the call, like the end of the call report data to, which in our cases we use make.com scenarios that we paste the webhook module link in here, so we cache the data on our webhook modules and make.com scenarios. Here are the client messages. These are, again, no need to be known actually, because it's, again, sometimes confusing. So again, here are the data that you can have on the end of the call report or the outcome of the call. It's going to be in our case, let me see, we don't need the conversation update, we don't need the hang. You can have it. You maybe sometimes you don't even need to touch that one, so you can just have them on. You can just have the tool calls, okay. You can have them on. It's just up to you. No need to change them. They're just going to be more or less data sent through the webhook. That's it. Again, here are the server messages. This kind of, oh shit, sorry for the inconvenience. Same thing over here. You can just select whatever you want. In this case, you can just again, select whatever you want as the server messages through the URL that you're going to send. Here's the voicemail. So in case you're oh god, please cover those emails, editor. So in this case, if you are calling the number for your AI, here is the voicemail that if the AI is not available, which if you're going to make the AI as an outbound caller, it's not going to answer inbound calls. So you can just make a voicemail for it. And also the end call message. This is the assistant. This is the message that the assistant would say at the end of the call, which you can personally set it yourself. Also, here is the idle message. Again, self-explanatory messages that the assistant will speak when the user hasn't responded, in case the client goes quiet. So our assistant is going to reply accordingly. Also, we have the max idle messages. Again, you can read the description. Idle timeout. Here is the timeout in seconds before an idle message is spoken. So the AI is not going to mess up every quiet second as an idle second. So here is, in my personal theory, the most important part of your AI assistant. Here's the analysis part. Here we have the summary. Here we have the success evaluation, and again the structured data, which again I think it's the most important one between these three also. So let me explain it one by one. The summary part is actually the part that you can prompt the AI to give you a summary based on what happened throughout the call. So the default message, as you can see, is you're an expert note taker. You will be given a transcript of a call. Summarize the call in 2 to 3 sentences if applicable. So again, as you can see, said in the prompting itself what it does, what is going to happen. You are going to prompt it to give you a summary exactly as you want. So if you want it in a 2 to 3 sentences summary, you can just let it be, or you can customize it as you want. In the success evaluation part, we have a kind of measurement that you can again prompt the AI to measure how successful was the call going, or how good of a customer was on the phone. So in case you have a sales phone call, AI phone caller, and you want to see how good, how well the AI performed, and how wanting the customer was. So you can basically set the success evaluation rubric to maybe a numeric scale, which then is going to tell you how successful was the call with a number between 1 to 10. It's really, again, nothing to be worried about, and so easy to understand. Okay, so here's now the part for structured data, which I told you previously that is again the most important part between these three, the analysis section. So let's just read the first default message that that VAPI has set by default. It said that this is the prompt I used to extract the structured data from the call. You will be given a transcript of a call. The system prompt of the AI participant: extract whatever we want. So again, here's a description for it. Extract structured data from conversation. You can use data schema standalone or in combination with data prompt. If both are provided, they're concatenated into appropriate instructions. So it's just telling you that you can either use this part, you can just prompt the AI to give you what you want, or you can just tell him that give you these specific data that you want, and again add the prompt for each data that you wanted it to give you as an outcome. So in this case, let's tell you and explain to you what the data structure would be, or the structured data would be. So let's assume that you actually want some usable data, usable variables as outcome of the call, which you are going to use throughout your automation, maybe in your make.com scenarios or your Zapier scenarios or whatever. Let's assume that you're familiar with maybe Go High Level, the platform called Go High Level. So in that case, let's assume that you have a custom field on your Go High Level account called call status. Okay, so you want to basically categorize your clients according to the transcript of the call, according to what happened on the call. So let's turn it into 3 different categories. One of the categories of the clients would be interested clients. One of them would be not interested. And also, one situation that could happen is that you have actually booked a meeting with your client. So okay, let's assume that again you don't know, if you don't even know what Go High Level is, just let's assume that you're only going to categorize your customers in this way. So in this case, we have another category called booked meet, written in that way. Okay, so now this is not enough. This is just for me describing it to you guys. This is not enough for the outcome you want. Let's assume that you want to categorize your customers in these 3 categories. So in this case, you want to you want an actual variable that the value of this variable depends on how the call went with the AI and the customer. So you just prompt AI to actually according, let's just say it this way, according to the transcript of the call, give us, oh actually wrong spelling, sorry for the inconvenience happened here. Yep, give us an outcome for the call related to the customer. Okay, let's say the outcome should only be these, only be from these three. Okay, let me just type that one again. One, we could have, let's just type in capitals, interested. One could be not interested, and three is going to be meet booked. It's enough. Okay, so here's the prompt, and you can also set it as exact variables, so it's going to give you the exact thing. You can maybe also you can set the format of the variable to be a string, a number, a boolean, an object, an array, a field type, or whatever. So in this case you're having strings because they're all text. If you're just a little bit familiar with coding, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. Otherwise you can join our free community, and we have all of these actually information in detail in our classroom. We have full support, 24/7 support, that you can have your questions answered with our AI experts. Yep, so let's get right back into it. So in this case we want a variable called outcome, and again I'm going to paste the same thing here. So this is a definition of the outcome of the call. So then when the call ends, let's delete these ones, we don't need them. So let's assume that the call has ended now. It's going to output a variable named exactly this way, which is variable is going to be a string, no wonder. And this is the description for it. This is how the AI is going to look for the value of this variable. Okay, so that's for the technical parts, guys. Here we are going to explain to you the exact way that we are going to prompt the AI to talk with us. Okay, in this case, in today's video, I'm going to show you guys an example of maybe a real estate agent cold caller. So we are going to prompt the AI to be a real estate agent that's doing cold calls. And one thing that I need to tell you is that we mostly use AI to train AI. That is considered to be the best way to train and prompt your actually your AI voice assistant to perform, because actually the AI knows better than us, and the AI knows itself better. So for the first message, let's just have it to say hello, and okay, let's just start. I personally use Claude AI. You can use whatever AI you're going to use. I recommend using Claude, either Claude or ChatGPT 4o cluster, or also Gemini at the third place. So in this case, we are using Claude AI. Okay, let's just tell him something to start with. Okay, here we can start with hey Claude, I'm going to ask you to give me a prompt for another AI that is going to maybe let's say an AI assistant. An AI assistant that is going to be a real estate, oh shit, agent code color. I also want you to give me the prompt in a categorized way of explaining. Maybe that's not a good thing to say. I want you to give the prompt, or actually give the, I want to actually to have the explanation for the other AI, for the agent in a categorized way. Okay, that's enough for this. Let's just see what it's going to give us. We're going to edit it afterwards. Okay, so here it is. Here's a comprehensive prompt for an AI assistant designed to be a real estate cold caller. Role overview. You're an experienced real estate agent specializing in cold calling potential clients. You possess extensive knowledge of the real estate market, strong communication skills, and the ability to build rapport quickly. Your primary goal is to generate leads and schedule appointments for properly viewings or consultations. Okay, here's the exact way that I've wanted to prompt it actually. This is not, I'm not going to exactly copy paste this right into the prompt section. It's going to need a lot of changes. First I'm going to change it again using Claude, and then I'm going to change it manually, so it's going to act somewhat near perfect. And but the thing that I'm talking about is the categorization part that it's giving me. So as you can see, it has a part for core characteristics, it has a part for the market knowledge, it has a part for, okay, here we have the conversation frameworks, the opening of the conversation, the qualification process, the objection handling, the call to action strategies, the follow-up protocol, the communication guidelines, the compliance requirements, the success metrics, and here we have it. Okay, let's just read along and see what has to be changed. Core characteristics are professional yet approachable demeanor, active listening skills with the identifying needs. Okay. Conversation framework, brief, personal, clear statement of purpose, objection handling. Okay, so since we are using AI to train AI, and that's the reason that I told you this is because, again, the AI is going to know better than us. So I'm going to tell him again to okay, let's say, Claude, please okay, let's just not do it right now. Let me just copy and paste the whole thing so we see how it's performing, and going to change it back to VAPI. Here we have it pasted. Also, let's say that this professional agent has a name. The name would be named David. publish it. Now let me choose the voice model. It's going to be 11 Labs. It's going to be, let me check what is my favorite voice model. Okay, here I found it. Stefan Koenig. I hope it's the right thing that I've choose. Okay, let's actually talk with the agent. I hope it's going to work. No errors coming up. Hello, who am I talking with?
Hello, this is David, your local real estate agent. How are you today? I'm reaching out to see if you have any real estate needs or if you're curious about the current market trends in your area. Do you have a moment to chat?
Yes, absolutely, David. Can you just keep it quick?
Great. Of course, I appreciate your time. Just to get started, are you currently considering buying or selling a property, or are you just exploring your options?
I'd rather not say.
That's completely understandable. I respect your privacy. If it's okay, can I ask if you have any general questions about the real estate market? I can provide insights or information that might be helpful for you, whether you're thinking about it now or in the future.
No, just tell me what you want to tell me.
Absolutely. I appreciate your straightforwardness. I wanted to share that the real estate market is currently experiencing some interesting trends, especially in regard to property values and mortgage rates. If you're ever considering a move or just want to know the value of your property, I offer free market analysis reports that can give you a clearer picture. Would you be interested in receiving one or perhaps scheduling a quick consultation to discuss any future plans?
Okay, can we book a meeting? Maybe for tomorrow
Absolutely.
morning?
I'd be happy to schedule it. Tomorrow morning works perfectly. What time would be most convenient for you? I want to make sure it fits into your schedule.
I can do it on 3 a.m.
I appreciate your willingness to meet, but 3 a.m. might be a bit early for a consultation. How about we aim for a more typical time, like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m.? Would that work for you?
That's great. Happy to hear you saying that. Maybe let's do it 10 a.m.
Perfect. I've got you down for 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll send you a confirmation email with the details. If you have any specific topics or questions you'd like to discuss during our meeting, feel free to let me know. Looking forward to our conversation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow at 10.
Okay, for just for the video purpose, it really acted, to be honest, perfect, according to my opinion, actually. So actually here, I'm going to again maybe change the voice model. I'm not sure. Let's do 11 Turbo V2. Yeah, let's do this one. Also, what I'm going to do is style exaggeration, maybe on this, stability, maybe on this. Let's publish it. I didn't like the voice a little bit, not exactly what I wanted, but yeah, to be honest, in my opinion, it was really perfect for the first time. I'm not going to really change it because I'm not going to make the video longer than this, but I can maybe add one thing. Maybe that the opening part. Where was the opening? Here we have, I'm not finding it, I don't know why. Success metrics, communication guidelines, follow-up protocols, call to action, objection handling, qualification. Oh, okay, opening. Open. Oh shit, what I've done. Oh, here we have. Okay, for the openings, let me just put it in asterisks. The first opening should be followed as this. We put it in double quotients so that the AI knows what we're talking about. Hello. Oh shit, I'm talking. This is David from, let's just come up with a random name. Okay, let's just say Hired.ai. So random. Here we have a punctuation. It's a period mark. I am. Let's just do it. I am calling because I saw your number on let's say on the newspaper, for example. May I know? That's enough. I saw your number and interest, let's say. Okay. Here again, another spelling issue. Here we need to fix this also. I saw your, okay. Again, close it in asterisk. Here, okay, is the first opening that should be followed. Also, let's put it this way, so the AI is not going to ask me how can I assist you, or come up with any of these kind of sentences. For example, how can I assist you today, or how can I help you today? I don't want the AI to be that way, because it's cold calling me, and the AI is the one that is going to lead the conversation through the direction that he wants, or the business owner wants. Let's just put it in asterisk again, maybe, or no, maybe just put it normal parentheses. Don't come up with sentences like let's say, how can I assist you today? Because you are the one leading the direction of the call. I think that's enough, just for a test purpose in video. Here we have it. Let's publish it again and listen to it. Hello?
Hello?
Who am I speaking with?
Hello, this is David from Hired.ai. I am calling because I saw your number and interest in the newspaper. I wanted to reach out to see if you have any current real estate needs or interests that I could assist you with. Do you have a moment to chat?
Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to hear from you, but yeah, have a quick moment. Just
I can
keep it compact and quick.
Absolutely. I appreciate your time. Are you currently looking to buy or sell a property, or perhaps just exploring options in the market? Understanding your needs will help me provide the best information for you.
I'm just looking to buy a property.
Great. Do you have a specific area in mind where you're looking to buy, or are you open to suggestions? Also, what's your ideal timeline for making a purchase?
Okay, I think that's enough. And here we have the AI working as you want. You can just, as I said before, use AI to train AI. That's a really useful sentence that I just said. So everything is done. I think I've already told you the most important part of creating your assistant. I think I forgot to tell you about the tools section. So here's the only thing left, and let me just explain to you. So here you can just create a tool, name it as you want. Here are the integration parts, which you can again create, actually paste your webhook URL through your automation website, maybe make.com or Zapier or whatever, or anything. And here again is the link that the data is going to be sent and received through. Here you're going to name your tool. Again, you're going to give the AI a prompt which describes your tool, so it understands where to use it, where to not use it, and what is the use of it actually. Here are again the properties of your tool, which are going to be sent through the webhook as a variable. Again, this part has exactly the same explanation that I told you for the structured data part. These two are going to be exactly something similar to structured data, but it is related to the tool, not the whole call. As you can see, we have a get city, state for time zone, string, again the same thing, and the description is going to be the user will tell the city or state for the right time zone, and we will use it to book the right appointment for them. Again, here's the date and time, here's the description, and these are not important, you can just ignore them. And I think, yeah, that's it. So that was for today's video, guys. Again, I'm telling you that in case you think that every part of our video is maybe a little complex to you guys, you can consider joining our school community, which we offer you 24/7 support, Q&A sessions weekly, which you can get your questions answered by our experts, and also ready to use templates and blueprints on make.com and Go Level and all other platforms that can help you jumpstart your AI journey. That's it for today, guys. I think that I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.